go. The start is crucial. Final number one. Gates are down. Both the Lawrences are out pretty good, but Hunter has been eaten up in turn number one. Around the corner first, it is Matt Moss on the 102. Jet Lawrence is there as well. And Dylan Wills with a great start. We look in the background. Aaron Tanti has gone down. The number 9 coming together with Walsh. Plenty of action on the opening lap and wasting no time. Jet Lawrence moves to the lead.
Jet Lawrence going over, electing to go over the tabletop, triple into the corner, stays a little bit lower, pushes through the lane into the lead. It's gonna be tough for anybody of these guys to make a run with the 18 right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be super tough. But how about Matt Moss off the start going triple quad? I love to see that. Mossy, one of the best starters in the business, showing that here tonight.
So, oh, look at this. What has happened here? That is Luke Clout right before the finish line. You can only think that it is that triple we've seen catch so many riders out so far tonight has played havoc once again. And I wanted to draw your attention, boys, to the left off screen. The top 11, there is not a sign of Hunter Lawrence on our timing. Down in 14th. In fact, he was 16th the last sector.
Yeah, and that happened right out in front of the gate. You see Jet Lawrence get the jump on Hunter. Jet went a little bit left, closed the door on Hunter, and then he was just a passenger from there on in. You could tell he just kind of creeped into that first turn. When you're on the inside like that, AC, there's nothing you can do. You just got to creep around the inside. Bad start he got.
And that's the tough part about starting on the inside. You know, some people say maybe it's a little bit safer, but if you don't get the jump, you can easily be shuffled back, whereas if you're closer to the doghouse, you don't get a great jump, you can kind of get through the first turn and salvage a decent position. But right now, the 96 of Hunter Lawrence is buried, not where he wants to be.
Still out of the top 11, but moving forwards behind Liam Jackson at the moment. In 12th place is Hunter Lawrence. I caught a glimpse of the battle that was going on up the front between Dylan Wills and Dean Wilson. Wilson coming out the better as he got into third, and Lawrence there trying to pick up one more place and now solidifies that position, moving into 11th plus around that berm. And here is the battle between Wilson and Moss starting to heat up.
You see Dino carries so much speed into the whoops there, picks up his front wheel, sets it on the third one. You got to carry a lot of entry speed in the whoops to do that lap after lap. It's like Dino's looking for a way by.
That sand section's getting tough. You can tell there's a lot of grooves, a lot of edges in the bottom of that sand that you can't really see. There you see Mossy does that low line. Dino looking for a way around, squares him up, goes back to the inside. Several different rhythm options through that rhythm lane right there.
Smart move by Dino, backing out. He's been going 2-3 all day. Smart move, backing out, biding his time. I think he's got a little bit more pace than Moss, so it's a matter of time. I'd be looking at the whoop section this lap if I'm Dean Wilson to make a move in a second.
Yeah, up the right side of that whoops. Dean's been working that all day long. Then you try and get to the inside in that next right-hand turn. Let's see if Dino will do it out of this lap. Let's see.
Into the corner goes Moss. He is very wise, but Wilson with a great run to the inside. Absolutely picked it perfectly, you two boys, as Dean Wilson moves up into second place.
How long have we seen Dean Wilson do that in the whoops for? One of the best there is in the world in the whoop section.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about that. But as soon as he got into second, I was thinking, where's Jet? Well, folks,
he's gone.
He's disappeared.
Bye-bye.
5 seconds out in front is Jet Lawrence. You see him on screen now, stepping over into... Wow, there's that quad again, the only rider to do it. That's where he makes up so much time.
And the thing about Jet on a track like this specifically, look, he's good on any condition, we know that, but he's so light on the gas. On a track as slippery as this, it's all about not upsetting the balance of the bike. And when you get on the throttle super hard, especially on these 450s, easy to get the back end really low, the front end light. He's so balanced because he's so light on the brakes, so light on the gas. And that's what you're seeing on your screen right now.
Up and over the Triple R race leader. Still sits 5.8 seconds in front of Dean Wilson. Does not have to push himself any harder than we're seeing right now as he picks a very low line through that turn. 5 laps to go in the first of our finals. Around the left here. Triples in, quads over, does it with ease, and then just rolls himself into the turn. Staying very low in those turns. I think he's staying out of a lot of those uneven surfaces that you get when you start to break a little bit of dirt in this very hard-packed surface.
Yeah, and that's what they say. When people say Jet makes it look easy, he makes it look easy because his angles are so proper. And then he's in the traction, he's in the good dirt because he's going outside to in. He just does it different and makes it look so easy. But then when you look at the lap time, it's like, oh, yeah, he's the fastest guy on track. So really, really difficult to make it happen, but it does look pretty easy.
And to add to that, in these corners, this is a perfect example. He makes the majority of his turns, so the majority of his angle, he does it at the right part of the corner, the corner that holds the most traction. So on a track like this, you see it's all about getting your bike in a straight line. The more you're on lean angle on a track that's slick like this, the slower you have to go. So watch Hunter on your screen, the same thing. It's all about getting your bike in a straight line as quick and as efficiently as you can.
Hunter now in 7th place. He is starting to make his way up to the back wheel of Cedric Subaros. There you can see actually just in front of them, so it won't be too long until we see these 3 riders coming together. Subaros is battling his way through here with Melross just in front of him with still 3 laps to go. It's not the start of the first finals that I'm sure Hunter wanted. He needs to just click over these laps, pick up as many places. You never know what's going to happen in that second final. Oh, look at this. Melross and Subaros coming together. Hunter wasting no time. Got that pass made very quick.
It's another thing, we were talking to Hunter Lawrence yesterday, another thing I love about the way Hunter goes about his business, that look, obviously, he's here in Melbourne, his home country. He wants to do well. He wants to win in front of this crowd. He does not want to be in 5th place, but he stays so focused on just doing his best and not worrying about the end result. He'll worry about that later. So Hunter's attitude is a major reason why he's gotten as far as he has in racing.
And it can be really difficult to do, right? You can start outside of the top 10, you can start to force things, but I love how you articulated that, AC. That's what Hunter Lawrence does. That's his superpower. Jet's superpower is not thinking much.
Carefree.
Very, very carefree. Everybody does it a little bit different, but yeah, Hunter Lawrence just executes lap after lap, stays within his means, and most of the time within his means is pretty good.
2 laps to go in final number 1. Lawrence almost over the top of the berm there.
Just as we say that.
It doesn't take much to make a mistake. Even the best in the world can do it. Although you'd be pressed to see it out of this guy. He is so methodical when he is on the bike. He knows exactly where he needs to be. Through the whoops once again. He'll come around to pick up the last lap forward. An 8-second lead over the rest of the field. Up and over. He's clipped that down a couple of times, but he does it so sweet.
Well, my mind is still on the whoops, and Justin, you and I were talking about this in practice. How does he find the forward drive he does in the whoop section? It comes out of nowhere, and I do not understand. I'm an analyst up here broadcasting this event, and I can't tell you guys how he does that. I just don't understand.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The way he gets his shift, so he's around the turn in second, the way he comes out of the turn in second gear and gets his shift off really the very first whoop is really, really difficult to do. But instead, a lot of people will just carry 3rd around the entire turn. Well, from the exit of the corner to the first whoop, they're losing time. 3rd gear is not as fast exiting as 2nd gear is. So pay attention to his left foot right here. He's in 2nd. There, right there. He shifts 3rd gear right on that first whoop. That's difficult.
No time at all to get the change made. As he comes around toward the finish line, he said he wanted to get a win here in Melbourne. Well, he has started the night perfectly. He picks up the win of the first final. Dean Wilson will come across in 2nd place just behind them. Look at the background. There is Moss. Wills with a great race, and then Lawrence almost